folks, it's Rich here, Crafty Gamer Clan. In this video, I'm going to be doing a brief overview on the different secondary stats that we now get for our gathering and crafting professions. You'll notice, for those of you who are just catching up and are only now starting to work on the professions, we'll start with gathering here first. So going across to the skinning journal, you'll see that you can equip 3 different types of gear in these slots. So you'll have some accessory slots, and this will be the same for crafting. In here I've got a durable pack, skinner's cap, and a draconium skinning knife, each with different secondary stats on that we'll go through in a second. And then of course you have the exact same thing for your crafting profession. So you'll have a couple of accessory slots and then also a tool slot. So I've got a leatherworker's knife there, draconium leatherworker's toolset, and of course a resilient smock, which of course you can see me wearing just here, which I think you'll agree does look pretty cool with our leatherworking knife there. So just here in the main city, Dragonflight Dragon in the artisan's market, because where else should you be honing your craft? And without further ado, I'm just going to get into a quick brief explanation of what all these different stats mean. So for the crafting specific secondary stats, we actually have 4 different types. We have inspiration, which is, I'm going to break these down into super simple terms. So it's very simply an extra chance or a percentage chance to gain a slightly better item as a result of your craft. Resourcefulness being the next one. You have a slight chance of using fewer tradable reagents, so anything that's not cell-bound, you could potentially complete your craft using a few less of those, which will save you gold in the long term. Multicraft will give you a chance to craft additional items on top of the one that you're currently crafting, but this will only work towards certain stackable items, so there'll be more one, I believe, for the cooks, so the chefs and the alchemists out there, but it will of course apply to, I suppose, on this level worker, things like armor kits, so I might have a chance of getting a few bonus ones of those while we're churning them out. And then also crafting speed, which is perhaps the most boring one, and simply means you'll put that item together that little bit quicker. And on to the gathering specific stats, you'll have finesse, which effectively means you have a chance to get extra materials, which are the baseline materials that you're gathering while you're out there. So in skinning terms, which applies to this character, it could mean that I get extra levers when I'm farming mobs for leather, or extra scales when I'm farming those scaling mobs out there, and potentially save me a bit of time when I try to stock up on those base materials. Deftness increases the speed at which you can gather, which is pretty useful, because that'll apply to all the nodes for those herb mining people out there. So you'll be able to complete that process a little bit quicker and get onto the next one, or potentially skinning that mob a little bit quicker to get those reagents out and then onto your next one. And then finally perception, which gives you a better chance of finding rare items while you're doing your gathering. So this, I imagine, will apply to those rare hides and things that you can get while you're out there, or perhaps lean slightly into the species-based materials. For example, I'm not sure if it applies to this, but it does come up stating that it's rare, species-specific, so I imagine that leans in towards getting more of those. Also the hides, which are pretty rare as well. These stats are going to work well with your profession-specific specializations, which I'll do another video in the future about those, but this is just really a baseline understanding of what those different stats do. So again, we've got 4 different secondary stats that work well with our crafting, and then we've got the 3 that work well with our gathering. So very, very simple, just things to keep an eye out for when you're either crafting those or buying them, and which ones that you might want to prioritize over others. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Good luck crafting out there. Goodbye.